Hello, everyone. My name is Helium Lemon 15, and welcome to the Pilgrim's Progress episode 11. Today is January 15th. I'm recording this just after 11 a.m. And you might be wondering, what are we doing back in the first area of the game, the City of Destruction? I will admit, it was quite a trek getting back here. And there's this inauspicious looking cross near the beginning of the game, and you just have to pray next to it for a while, and you get this message that says, "You've been blessed with miracles." There's another Rescue the Tormented fight. We're pretty close to getting that achievement, or accomplishment, or side quest, or whatever done. Oh god, my fridge is making noise again. It always does this. It always does this. I like that house, how it's like, none of the lines are straight. It's all like curved in towards itself. That gives us the Miracle Cross. I didn't get all of the crosses in this video, but I tried, sort of cleaning them out, getting a few more than we had. The Miracle Cross gives you, like, an off chance of defeating an enemy automatically with miracles. You'll notice that I have the little white holy. That is different from the blue holy that turns on. That's one of your blessings. That we got from the guy outside Downing Castle who wanted the prayer book. So yeah, it's funny just because we're past the point of it being useful. So here's a girl named Olive who wants to know about, I don't know, I didn't talk to her at the beginning of the game, but if you find out about the small gate and then go back to Olive and talk to her, it gives her, like, hope or whatever. So here's something I didn't realize. This is the guy you talk to get the Interpreter's Challenge, and you have a little blue glow once you talk to him, and that indicates the quest is active. That is something that I didn't know or realize until I read the strategy guide or walkthrough on the Hope Animation website, and that is super helpful for me because I definitely failed multiple times, but if you fail it, you gotta go all the way back and talk to that guy, and it is kind of like a real RPG. Like, I don't know, I bet like Xenoblade or Final Fantasy or something like that. Ni no Kuni would pull something like that. I don't even know. The thing with me is that, like, I don't play too many RPGs. I like the idea of RPGs. I should honestly play some more of the classic ones, like Final Fantasy, but, like, I'm terrible at, like, strategy, and I also get frustrated really quickly. But I get frustrated with platformers, too. Like, I was playing this platformer called Hargrave, that's like a free platformer on Steam. And it's kind of one of those, like, precision platformers. It's kind of like a Metroidvania where you, like, run around and you wall jump and you have, like, a little space sci-fi gun. And the goal of the game is that there's an energy cell in every room. And there's, like, these one-screen rooms that you just have to make it through without dying, so, like, you can't touch the spikes, like, once. You have to, like, precision platform your way out of there, or else it doesn't save you getting the energy cell. So you just have to leave the room with it. It is pretty frustrating. Also, I'm at level 59. Alright, so Hill of Difficulty is 6 rooms long, and that was the jump that I screwed up. In the last room, no less. So I went all the way back, and now here's me getting all the way back at 20 times speed, fighting a couple of enemies, fighting a couple of... Oh, so the thing with the Interpreter's Challenge is you can't do anything other than fight enemies with faith. Which, I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure if that means that you can't use blessings, but I do know that you can't use any other attacks than faith. I'm not sure if you can heal in between battles or whatnot. But you also it's not necessarily that you can't miss any of the platforms, it's that you can't fall far enough to take fall damage. And there we finally made it. And we made it to House Beautiful, and you step forward, and it says quest complete, the Interpreter's Challenge. So I was like, yes! I was like, finally, I know how to do this thing. Ugh, I didn't know how to do it before. Okay, so there's one thing in the mine that we have to do. You go to the end, you talk to this guy, and this bat with a key appears. You have to chase this bat with a key. Now, the bat with the key keeps going while you're in enemy fights. So there are 2 enemy fights that you have to escape successfully. And you have, oh, did that say 126% chance of success? I wonder how that's determined. There's the key of forgiveness, and then you go back, and then you give it to the guy, and he said, "You brought me a key of forgiveness. Take this ruby cross to remember what you did, or your good deed, or whatever." I don't remember what the ruby cross is for, but there you can see we have 5 crosses. Here's another tormented fight. And that was 30 out of 30, which is always good, because, I don't know, they are pretty rare to spawn, but that's basically all of the quests in the game, so that's pretty cool. So we're gonna change our stats a little bit. So after doing all that wandering around and side questing, we are at level 64, which is so funny because I attempted this boss several times, got absolutely crushed by him. I was at like level 30 or maybe 34 or something, rule 34, haha, and watched DJ Sturf's video, and I was like, oh, when does he fight Wretched? And I'm like, what? Level 64? How does he even get that far without spending like a month grinding on that game? And then I was like, oh, it's not so bad. You get a lot of side quests to do. The dread enemies give you a lot of experience, plus you put all your focus points in thankfulness, and you get more XP from enemies. And now we have 12 focus points, so I put them all in blessings so that I could always refill my blessings. And that way I never have to use forgiveness. And, oh, goodness, bless me. Haha, because it's a Christian game, so bless me. This guy is now way easier. It's almost a little boring. I wish I could show you him absolutely crushing me with his Deceive move, which, if you're weak enough, it kills you in one hit. But now I'm pretty strong. I have almost 3,000 health. Devil's Hand can barely touch you, especially if you have Assurance on. But it's about knowing how to use your blessings well. Of course, if you have 1,200 focus points, you put them all in blessings. It does cap out at 10 though, so you can't put more than 10 in any of those 4 things. Yeah, my original strategy was just trying to use holy damage and let that drain him while I just try to survive. But honestly, at this point, it's not worth it, because he's so easy. He's even powered himself up to 666, but I'm like, I'm not scared because my promise attack is doing 1,000 damage on you. There we go, that's the final boss of the Pilgrim's Progress. I was actually quite surprised to get experience points from the end of that fight. I was like, you never get experience points from the final boss. That's not how it works. Welcome to the Celestial City. It reminds me of a lot of the art style of some of Scott's other games. It actually reminds me of some, like, kids' books that I've seen. Like, I don't know, VeggieTales had, one of their things was called A Snoodle's Tale. It kind of reminds me of that. It reminds me of some, Graham Base books. It reminds me of the art styles of Scott's other games, like, Iffer Moon and Desolate Hope, of course. I like the hot air balloons. I like the fountain squirting purple liquid, although it scares me. What is that purple liquid? These are for all doing like quests and stuff. There's Olive. I didn't get everything, so there are probably some missing NPCs. That's for morality. That's for the Hill of Difficulty. That's for, I don't know, one of the Valley of the Shadow of Death or something. Help pilgrims. There's the people in Vanity Fair. There's the people in the mine. Oh, I had enough to donate 500 coins a couple of times, and I had enough to... Oh, there's the guy who wanted the prayer book outside down in Castle. Is this a dude from Vanity Fair? Oh, no, it's just... There's the guy in the mine in the cage. I like how they all look kind of the same. Scott has admitted to not being good at designing humans, and there's the man himself, Jesus Christ. My Lord and my God. Well done, good and faithful servant. And that's the game. Thank you, everyone, for watching my playthrough of Pilgrim's Progress. I'm sorry if it wasn't more thorough or whatever, but it's a fun game. Christian made it to the Celestial City after overcoming many trials. There he met his savior, Jesus Christ, who would give himself as a sacrifice so that Christian would be welcomed into heaven despite his sinful life. Christian was also reunited with many friends from his journey. He saw Faithful again, who had arrived at the gates before him after being killed in Vanity Fair. He also saw Hopeful, who had accompanied him during the last part of his journey. Christian also met the many people he had helped along the way, people who may not have found their way to the Celestial City without him. Despite the long and difficult road, Christian was finally in paradise. There was no more suffering, there were no more tears, there was no more death. There is only harmony, peace, joy, and the love of his Father in heaven. Christian was home. All Christian had to do now was look forward to eternity. Yay! I like the planets in the background. I like all the gold statues in the gold city. I like the park benches in the foreground surrounding the fountain. I feel like that'd be a nice place to just sit and have your croissant. Based on the novel by John Bunyan, artwork and game design by Scott Cawthon, game testers, and this is really wholesome. Scott always has his two sons game test his games, Ian and Braden. Even all the Five Nights at Freddy's games, he always has his sons play test them. So thank you for watching. I am excited for whatever the next game is going to be. I had fun doing this game. It's, it's an RPG. It can get kind of grindy, but it's fun. So thank you everyone for watching.